no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. All right, so as you saw from that screenshot, my wonderful wife decided to put actual engine oil into the power steering reservoir, which is not good. Fortunately, we caught this just as of yesterday. So today I'm going to actually go through flushing the entire system. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to first remove this piece right here. I've already taken the two retainer screws. Oh, I got one right here too, as you can see right here, that I have to remove also. Just going to start setting some of this stuff here. And you want to first remove this piece right here, just like that. That's simple, right? And that's going to give you more access to your actual power steering reservoir. There's a low side and a high side. The big one right here is for the power steering fluid to go down into the rack. This is the return. We're going to remove the return. But before we do that, we're actually going to take this off or just kind of dismount it so that we have better flexibility as we're doing the job. So if you look right here, right there, there's a 10 millimeter. Put my 10 millimeter extension on there to retain the housing. I'm going to start off with this one and see if there's any other ones here that we want to get rid of. There is also a 30T torque right here that you're going to remove. This also looks like it's a part of the battery retainer and the clip. I'm going to break that also to get this thing off. Again, right there. Now also, since she filled it to the brim, I'm using this pump to pull some of the fluid out. As you can see, it's hard to do with one hand, but you can see it there. So I'm going to put this down, get some out the reservoir so it doesn't make such a mess as I'm trying to disconnect everything. Now as you can see, it's pretty empty there, right? Because of what I've done. So now I'm going to fill this reservoir up with the recommended CHF 202, right? And then I have to start the car and then turn it off a few times for it to begin to flush the system, okay? Notice the color of the stuff I'm using. It's blue. Sorry, a little foggy. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to turn it. Go the opposite way. Just to get that stuff in the system. Turn it back. Off. Now we should have in here some not so blue stuff, which means we got to continue flushing, right? Sorry about that. We should have in here some not so blue stuff, so which means we're going to keep flushing with our pump. As you can see, yes, not so blue. Same color with some of the oil in there. All right, so we just finished doing it the second time. We look, man, that steam. It's getting a little clearer. We're gonna pump it again, see what we got. That's the old stuff. Let's see what our new line looks like. As you can see, it's starting to clear up a little bit more. It's not blue yet, so we got to do more into the feed there. Yes, I did make a little spill. And we got maybe one or two more times to do this to see if we get the color we want to, which means the system's been flushed. All right, now notice our color. It is the same color, very close to what comes out of the can. And we have effectively, after 4 starts and turns and back and forth, flushed the system, where the return is bringing back into the reservoir the correct fluid. And so now we just need to button everything back up, close everything off, and we should be good to go. That's a good color. Okay, so now that everything's all buttoned back up and put together, you don't want to forget to top it off, which I'm going to do now, and make sure that you start it. I got to do a check and make sure there's no air bubbles that are coming out. That's the last step. And once we do that, every time we get close, it must be hot. It does that. But yeah, we're just going to top it off, and we're going to look for air bubbles. All right, so we're going to notice we can turn the wheel, and you hear no whine. No whining either way. Turns very easily. So now we're going to take it for a test drive. Yep, no whine.